Tigers in the white, Saints in the black. They'll be going left. The Tigers will be going left to right across your screen here in the first half. 8 minutes on the clock, first period of play. Thanks for watching here on Woodberry.tv. Javin hitting it back, and St. Anne's gets the first possession. Man-to-man for the Tigers. Javin from top of the key. He banks in the three-pointer, and that's how we start today's game off. Ball near side with Etheridge. Man-to-man for Stab. They've gone through a few different looks early in this season, trying to figure out what works best for them. Restarting with Cornett. Trying to feed it into the inside. Difficulty bringing that one in was Austin. It'll go out of bounds off of AJ. And Stab regaining possession here. Morris, the senior guard. Passes back to the top, into Javin, and Deloria banks it in. 5 points so far for him. Cornett being guarded by Morris. Able to get the pass to Martini. Martini looking around to Coleman. Coleman from the elbow. Cornett trying to feed it into AJ, not there. Etheridge gets it back. Restart with Cornett. Cornett getting space rather from Morris. Austin feed in. The turnaround from Coleman, no good. Rebound. We have a jump ball. Alternating possession will stay with the Tigers. Cornett throwing it in from underneath the basket. Coleman. Etheridge, the pop out. No good. Too far from Cornett. Deloria gets it into transition. The turnaround in the lane is good for Kareem Johnson. That's going to be a 30-second timeout called by Coach Woodson here for Woodberry. 7-0 early advantage, and Jevin Deloria was looking forward to some sophomore action. Unfortunately, with that injury, now we're seeing Javin already getting some looks on the next level. And of course, with Woodberry, you're looking at freshmen on the floor starting, Lester Coleman. Checking in during that timeout was Felix Comer for Woodberry. And Comer will get it, and he gets met with a full court press, trying to pass out, able to get the pass off. Austin brings it across the time stripe, gets it back to Comer. A little zone action here for the Saints. Into the corner, nice baseline move from Martini, but unable to finish. Rebound for Lorenzo. Johnson, Deloria in the corner. Good defense there by Austin, passed into Lorenzo, back out. Harrison now goes into the key, and we're gonna get a block called. Harrison to shoot two. Foul on Coleman. That's his first, team first. Harrison with the first free throws on the night. Nothing but net for the junior. Martini checking out. Coming in for him is Luke Neely. And the second one good. 9-0 here, and a walk called in the backcourt here on Comer. Harrison throwing it in. Gets it to Deloria. Thought about feeding it back to Harrison, top of the key. Spot up shot for Morris, no good. Deloria with the putback and in. Long pass across midcourt. Quick shot, banked it in, and the first points of the night for Woodberry Forest come by Luke Neely. That ends the 11-0 run rather. Lorenzo's pass gets knocked by Neely. Stolen pass back to Coleman. Coleman thought about the shot, put it back in the holster though. Comer, back to Coleman. Nice head fake, gets the shot, and good for Neely. Lorenzo. We're getting a foul away from the ball. A foul called on Felix Comer for grabbing a shirt. It's the second team foul. Martini checking back in. Clark Yarbrough coming in for the first time tonight. Coleman and Austin off. John Woodson came in for Stab on the last dead ball, as did Tanner Morris. Ball gets to Deloria. Harrison now. Woodson goes to Morris, trying to feed it in, able to get it over the top to Deloria, and he puts it off the glass and in. He has 9 of the 13 points for the Saints. Comer comes to Martini, back to the top. Neely just a hair too far, and on the rebound have a foul. That'll be the second on Comer. (13-4) with 3 minutes left. Just under 3 minutes left, rather. Now joined by Gray Robertson. Welcome back to Woodberry.tv. So glad to have you.
Yeah, it's good to be back. First time announcing basketball here on Woodberry.tv, and I'm excited. Should be fun.
Deloria in the key. Shot too far. Deloria having 9 of the 13 points so far for St. Anne's. Harrison on the near sideline. And we get an illegal screen called.
Well, Woodberry definitely known for their tight defense. They love to play that man-to-man. We've seen it all throughout the season. What's interesting, though, offensively, what are they going to do when they're faced against a zone? That was my biggest issue coming into the season, and it looks like St. Anne's is in a zone right now.
They started in the man-to-man, quickly changed to the zone after the first timeout. Ball inside for Neely, and he's got 6 points.
Luke Neely, a guy that's really versatile. He can make any play from the outside. He can shoot threes. He can make plays on the block. A great, versatile player.
Woodson, ball gets poked free and stolen by Capel. And we're getting a foul on the pass.
I really like the moves Stab is doing right now in this game, playing a zone. Against Woodberry, they love to drive. Woodberry's a driving team. They don't have a lot of outside shooters. So the best way to stop the drive is to play zone, plug those holes, not allow anyone to get inside the paint. Woodberry's had a lot of success offensively against the man, but they've been stymied by the zone so far this year.
The 1-3-1's an interesting defense. Just because for the team that's very long, as you're seeing with St. Anne's, makes it very difficult.
Oh yeah, blocks up those passing lanes, very difficult to find open men down low.
Capel's pass to Martini gets knocked out of bounds by Deloria. Austin from the elbow, and it's good.
Good shot. To beat the zone, you have to get some outside shooting. That one wasn't a huge outside shot, it was from the elbow, but still some sort of perimeter jump shooting, and that kind of pokes some holes in the zone, makes them take some chances, and that frees up some options to pass it to the postman down low.
Parker Morris back in the game for the last possession for St. Anne's. Tanner on the sideline here, able to go back to the top with Parker. Parker is the elder brother between Parker and Tanner. Tanner a freshman, Parker a senior. Harrison on the drive, off the glass too hard. Rebound for Yarborough. Under 30. Martini picking up his dribble and quickly gets the pass to Etheridge. Into the corner, Martini, no look pass. Feeding it in. And we get the foul on the shot for Yarborough.
Woodberry's having a lot of success down low, which isn't necessarily surprising, but it's good to see, especially with Sasa Calais-Jones out of this game, hurting one of his ankles coming into this one. And it's good to see that they're able to find other guys to fill that role offensively.
First shot off the back of the rim. Coming back in, Davis Cornett. Etheridge is way out. Second one is good.
Obviously, if you're Stab here, you want to hold for the last shot, try and get a good look. Deloria's had the hot hand so far. Let's see if he'll take the last shot for Stab.
Right now, a 9-2 run for Woodbury Forest. Shot is short, and that ends our first quarter of play. St. Anne's 13, Woodbury Forest 9, but it was 11-0 at one point before 6 points from Luke Neely brought Woodbury Forest back into the game, slowly but surely.
It's always good to have those guys that can come off the bench, those guys that can, fill in the roles. Sasha, again, out for this game. So having someone that can fill in the post, that's important. Post points are very critical because it opens up the defense, especially against a man. You want to drive in, you want to get those points down low. So Woodbury, great job there getting a lot of points in the paint so far in that first quarter.
It's been interesting since Stab has changed to the zone. The passing lanes have opened up a little bit more for Woodbury. It's kind of played into their offense a little bit and allowed them to do some more offensively where they're having some difficulty on the man-to-man. Second quarter of play, 3 fouls apiece for each team. Woodberry Forest taking one 30-second timeout, none for St. Anne's. Looks like the same group that came off for St. Anne's is back on, with the exception of Kareem Johnson instead of Jalen Harrison. Luke Neely here starting the second quarter of play. Clark Yarborough as well. With A.J. Austin, you get that double screen. Good look. Parker Morris, shot just short. Rebound, Neely. Martini in transition. Off to Austin. A.J. doing work down low, and it's a 2-point game.
Great transition offense there by Woodberry. Good job by Austin, finding a hole so he could receive the pass and lay it up for two. And Woodberry's cut that 11-0 deficit down to a 2-point deficit right now, 13-11 Stab.
Morris spots up the shot. It's good.
Well, that's good to see if you're Stab, something to kind of break the ice in that cold shooting spree. And they've taken a string of bad shots the last few possessions, and that was not necessarily one that was deep in the possession, but it was a good shot because he made it. You know, it's kind of the ones where if you take it and you miss it, you're like, what are you doing? You rushed it. But because he made it, it's a good shot.
I don't know how much you've seen Stab, but there's not a shot they don't like. That's going to be a walk here, whistled on Lorenzo. Got a chance to watch the Holiday Classic championship game that Stab won against Western Albemarle. And there were some possessions where they had 5 shots.
Wow.
And Western Albemarle on the public school side is a very big team. And look inside here, the turnaround from Etheridge, no good. Lorenzo with the rejection, able to get the rebound. Deloria dumping it off, shot no good from Bobby Nicholson. Yarborough going baseline, trying to get the pass to Coleman. It gets stolen. Johnson to Deloria. Morris, screen from Deloria. That's going to be the illegal screen.
And that is a good call. He was in the process of moving, definitely an illegal screen there. And we're seeing the two teams really push the pace here. Stab wanting to get some fast break opportunities. Woodberry capitalizing on the Stab quick shots that are missed, and they're getting some fast break opportunities on their own. 16-11, 5:40 to go in the second quarter. And Woodberry continually trying to push the pace here.
One thing about the illegal screens, I always complain that no one sets a screen correctly. A lot of times, though, it's the ball handler moving too quickly before the player has set up and then leaving him in the way. We're getting a travel called here on Coleman.
That's definitely true. A lot of times the responsibility rests on the ball handler. He's got to wait for the screen to get set, wait for that opportunity. And from a skill standpoint, you want that screen to be set because the point of the screen is to free you up to be able to drive into the lane. If the screen's not set and you're trying to rush it, that just creates a bad situation for your team offensively.
And brings a foul on your buddy that was trying to get you open.
Absolutely.
Deloria getting back to the top to Morris. Johnson to Deloria. Little too much dribbling, gets stolen, going the other way with Martini. The fast break, can't make the circus shot, but is fouled. He'll shoot two.
Well, we've seen moves from Greer Martini like that on the football field. He had a full head of steam there going towards the basket. Great job drawing the foul. He was a little bit out of control. However, drawing the foul, and he's going to have 2 shots coming up for Woodberry.
Another interesting aspect of this game is that there are 5 team fouls for St. Anne's. And Woodberry Forest started with the first 3 fouls. Coming back in here, A.J. Austin. So the last 5 fouls have gone straight on to St. Anne's Belfield. Second one is good.
And Luke Neely back in the game for Woodberry. Luke with 6 points today. That's half of their scoring. And it's going to be critical for them to get him involved offensively because he's got the hot hand so far in this game.
Nicholson to Morris. Seeing a different look while it is man-to-man for St. Anne's. Definitely a little bit more active than earlier on.
And Stab offensively, you're seeing it right now. They don't do a lot of passing and screening. We saw the illegal screen earlier, but it's a lot of one-on-one.
Fast break layup for Parker Morris. He puts it in gently off the glass. His first points of the night. The three in the corner, short. Harrison with the rebound for the Saints. We're seeing St. Anne's do a lot of overplay, and he gets stripped. What a defensive effort there by A.J. Austin.
Yeah, and that was another example of Stab trying to go one-on-one.
The lefty, no good from Neely. Going in. We're going to get a foul on the rebound.
Good job by Woodberry collapsing the glass zone, really getting to those 50-50 balls. However, not cashing in on their opportunities. They had a few big losses earlier in the year that were played in this building that I was doing radio for, and the most common theme in those two losses were the inability to cash in on the opportunities they were given, and they just had 2 or 3 shots there they could have knocked in, however unable to do so, and so they're still trailing by 6 right now with 3:40 to go in the second quarter.
Coleman going to come out now with 2 fouls, 4 team fouls, and a carry going to be called on St. Anne's. Martini coming back in for A.J. Austin. When Greer comes out, it seems like he's out just long enough to walk down to the water cooler, take a swig, and get back. Leading the break down. Neely in the zone. Takes the shot hard off the glass. Harrison now. The pullback. No good. They're going to call a foul on Greer Martini for excessive boxing out.
Again, though, you saw it from Stab. Another one-on-one situation. They had numbers, and they have talented players offensively if they get them all involved.
Morris for the 3. No good. Rebound Yarborough. Beautiful box out there on Deloria. I love seeing a good box out.
Oh, yeah. Nothing better than a good battle in the post.
Man-to-man for Stab has given trouble to the Tigers. Yarborough getting it back to Etheridge. Looks like a little flex action here. Parker Morris with the easy steal. And they're going to call ball on the cylinder.
And that's definitely a good call. Deloria got there a little bit early. However, ill-advised pass on the possession for Woodberry by Luke Neely. They've had a few sloppy passes the last few possessions, and that's something I know Coach Dawson's definitely going to want to address when they get to the locker room at halftime.
Shame with that. I think the original layup would have fallen back in. You're going to see Woodberry do some backdoor screens here to quit this overplay that Stab has been doing. Entry pass gets redirected to the outside, but back into Yarborough, and he puts it in.
You're right about Stab overplaying. They're trying to cheat on some of these passing lanes, so if they do a backdoor screen like you just suggested, Woodberry will have it wide open all day.
Shot no good from Johnson, but he's able to get the steal in the backcourt, and Martini gets called for the foul. That's his second.
Sneaky defensive play there by Johnson, just tipping it away from Luke Neely. However, on the offensive possession right before that, we saw another situation where Stab is going one-on-one, and to me, I prefer the college game than the NBA game, because in the NBA game, it's all one-on-one. I mean, you'll see Kobe versus LeBron. You'll see those guys just trying to go one-on-one, trying to beat the other. In the college game, you see a lot more passing, a lot more cutting, a lot more team play. Stab right now is playing an NBA game, while Woodberry doing a little bit more of the college game. That's my opinion, though, just from watching this.
I've seen Stab now 3 or 4 times, and that's the offense. Shot no good, but the putback in for Johnson.
Great backside rebounding there by Stab.
Stab does a lot of 1v1s. They're going to call offensive charge here on Davis Cornett. That's a 16 foul. Both teams now in the bonus for 1-1. Harrison with the pass to Johnson on the curl. He gets fouled on the shot.
And that's a great job of Stab, really trying to find the open guy there. Johnson coming around the curl and drawing the foul. Good offensive possession there by Stab, as Johnson's going to be shooting 2 at the free throw line.
First one is in. And I believe that's only the 3rd free throw taken by St. Anne's. In the previous games that I've seen them, the free throw shooting has been less than desirable. That one's going to be short. Rebound for Harrison. Jump ball with Yarbrough, and that alternating possession will stay with St. Anne's.
We're seeing Stab be really aggressive on the glass, which is something you've got to love if you're the Stab coach. Any team that can rebound like they are so far, that just leads to a lot of success.
Morris with the self pass in off of the hip of, I believe that was Neely. Lorenzo off the glass too hard. Rebound for Capel, and another Kareem Johnson steal in the backcourt.
That's just bad passing. I mean, you've got to look where you're going to pass it before you pass it. That was just a blind throw, thinking that there wasn't going to be anyone on Davis Cornett, and Lachlan Capel just ill-advised there, as we're going to see Stab go back to the free throw line.
This one's going to be 1+1. No good. And a foul on Lorenzo. And that's actually, I said before that there was 16 fouls on Stab. There was only 5, so that'll be the 6th. Next one will result in the 1-1. But we're under a minute to go here in the 2nd quarter of play. A lot of contact as Cornett brings it down from Morris. Yarbrough now. He drives. He'll get the shot. Lorenzo getting whistled for another foul, his 2nd.
Yarbrough doing a great job taking it to the glass again. That we've seen it time and time and again. These Woodberry big guys, when they're driving, can get a little bit out of control. So if you're Stab, in those situations, you just want to get out of the way, because usually it will result in a forced shot and a missed shot.
Deloria will come back in for 38 seconds. He has 1 foul. (16-21) after Yarbrough sinks both of them. Morris.
Certainly looks like Stab's going to be content with taking the last shot, and it's going to be interesting to see who they draw up to get this one. We've seen a lot of good play out of Deloria. Morris has made a few good shots from the outside, and with 8 seconds, it's a go time here for the Stab offense.
Into the corner, the freshman, nothing but net. Had 6 points for Tanner Morris, and that ends our half, 24-16. St. Anne's with the lead. And Greer, what did you think of the part of the first half that you've seen?
Well, you know what? You got to credit Stab. They've played man-to-man mostly against this Woodberry team, and that's really been the defense the Tigers have had the most success against. However, they've played really tight, and the Tigers haven't been able to find anything. They've tried to drive, drawn a few fouls, haven't knocked down their free throws. The passing lanes have been clogged up. So you've got to credit the Stab defense. They've been playing exceptionally well today.
We're going to take a break here for halftime. We'll be right back. The Saints up on the Tigers 24-16 here on Woodberry.tv. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back here on Woodberry.tv. Getting set for the second half of play as the Woodberry Forest Tigers take on St. Anne's Belfield. Right now, Stab with the 24-16 advantage as we get set for the third period. To reset the game for you, St. Anne's scored the first 11 points of the game, and then Luke Neely checked in. And Luke Neely for Woodberry Forest scored the next 6 to make it 11-6. He ended the half leading the Tigers with 6 points. Clark Yarbrough coming off the bench had chipped in 5, and A.J. Ellis with 4. Greer Martini with the free throw, and that's how they got to 16. For St. Anne's, Javin Deloria has 9 points of the 24. Kareem Johnson with 5. Tanner Morris with 2 3-pointers, one just as time was expiring in the first half to give him 6 points. Parker Morris with 2 and Jalen Harrison with 2. I'm Brian Rothamel, joined alongside Gray Robertson. Thanks so much for watching here on WoodberryForest.tv. Steal by Morris. He leads the breakdown. His shot gets blocked, but also fouled from Austin, rather. That's going to be his first and the first of the second half.
Well, we saw some spotty free throw shooting from both teams in the first half. It'll be interesting to see if the two teams can make an adjustment in this one. You can probably bet on some key free throws down the stretch for both teams, so we'll see if they can knock some down in the clutch.
First one from Morris is good. And I saw this multiple times in the Holiday Classic where Stab would, their games were always a game of runs. They'd go up 10, back to a 2-point game, up 8, 2-point game. And we saw that early on. And at one point this game was 13-11. Ball tipped into the backcourt. Austin able to retrieve it. And again, we're seeing Morris is probably the most that does of the overplay on the passing lanes. There we go, the 3-pointer, no good from Neely. He gets it back. Drives in. Nice head fake, shot no good. Rebound for Lorenzo.
Boy, scoring's been really tough to come by in this game, hasn't it? I mean,
Lorenzo's 3-pointer no good. His pass to the official goes out of bounds.
and I think personally the biggest weapon, we saw Deloria get some baskets early, but I think the biggest weapon for the Stab team is Morris, number 44, Parker Morris. He's just been playing really well. We saw him knock down 2 free throws, nothing but net. He's knocked down a few 3-pointers, been playing tight defense. I mean, he's a guy that when he gets going, he's impossible to stop.
Coleman's pass to Martini gets stolen, and a block going to be called in transition.
Really late call there, but a good one. Definitely a blocking foul there. And again, we saw the overplay that you were talking about. Deloria tipped away the pass and created another Woodberry turnover. We have not seen a backdoor screener than Woodberry try and do anything to counter these overplays. Instead, they're really playing right into them.
And there from Stab, we saw a backdoor. A little bit slow, ball getting tipped and then batted around, eventually going out of bounds off of St. Anne's. Neely throwing it in to Etheridge. Back to Neely. Gets triple teamed and tries to throw through Deloria. Deloria makes the basket and is fouled.
Woodberry in every game this year, except for the St. Chris game, they have had a lot of trouble breaking the press, and I'm not really sure what it is, what kind of press their opponents are doing that's causing so much trouble, but they just haven't really been able to do anything to counter the tough defense up in the front court.
The and one gives Deloria 12 points. Nice pass there from Coleman, able to get it back and puts it off the glass and in.
That time Woodberry did do something right. They got the ball to the middle. Lester Coleman found Luke Neely. That's what you've got to do to break the press. Good job by Woodberry. Very solid possession there for the Tigers.
And that foul actually not being called on Martini. That was called on Cornett. Off ball.
Well, we saw a nice Academy Award-winning acting job there by Lorenzo.
Trying to get the foul on Martini.
Yeah.
But they end up calling it on Cornett. Off ball. Morris with a three-pointer, and that's good, and that's his first of the night. 7 points, trying to keep up with the younger brother. Cornett, see, there we go. Nice backdoor screen. Shot no good. Martini with the putback, and I think the foul's going to be called underneath on Morris.
But we're seeing some of the pros when you do try and do something different. Greer Martini's at the free throw line right now. That's a big plus for Woodberry, and if they can continue to get to the free throw line and create these scoring opportunities where the clock isn't winding down, that's nothing but good, unless, of course, you miss it like Martini just missed that first one.
I beg your pardon on the last one. That foul was on Javin Deloria, so that's his second. Short. Rebound Lorenzo. Morris bringing it down. Harrison. Morris in the corner, has the daylight, takes the shot, and he's heating up.
I really like his game. He's a solid shooter, tough defensive player, a good, very good point guard that can provide some scoring ability.
The kiss is good for Cornett.
Speaking of point guards with scoring ability, Davis Cornett doing a great job driving in there and having a little bit of a floater, kiss off the glass, like you said, and cutting it to a 15-point deficit now.
And we've seen on the last two possessions, Woodberry's broken the press, and it's you want to see the triangles set up. It's kind of how you have an offense in soccer.
Right.
That's how you want your offense to go against the press, and you get that backside screen. We're going to get a foul here on the shot from Harrison. When you get that backside, essentially it becomes a screen, but you're not anticipating that. And that's what Davis Cornett's done the last two times, is just run away from the ball on the far side of the court, which to us is the near side, and gets the easy layup.
Stab has also done a good job adjusting. They were doing a lot of one-on-one in the first half, but this time, this second half, they've been doing a lot more cutting, a lot more passing, and that's provided more open lanes to drive in and get easy layups.
Harrison making the second free throw. Etheridge gets it to the short corner to Coleman. Back to Etheridge. Martini goes in, gets it to Neely. Neely trying to get the pass out to Etheridge. Etheridge throws it to Martini. Cornett settling everything down. Martini, nice pump fake. Cornett going baseline. Shot gets redirected. Out of bounds.
We saw a little bit of an overplay there as Martini was trying to find Hunter Etheridge. Morris blocked the passing lane. If you're Hunter Etheridge, you have to see that. Scoot back into the far corner so Martini can hit you and you have an open three-point shot.
Late substitutions getting to the table. They're able to come in. Tanner coming in for Parker. Johnson coming out as John Woodson. You know, when I read his name the first time, I said, don't say that. Of course, Hunter Etheridge, nothing but net on the corner.
And that's why you want to find Hunter Etheridge for those open three-point shots. He's probably their best scoring threat from the three-point line, Woodberry's best scoring threat, and he just showed it there with that beautiful shot.
Stab had these horn screens early in the game, kind of abandoned them, but coming back now to top of the key, letting the point guard decide which side he wants to go on. Entry pass to Harrison. He waits a second and puts it off the glass and in.
Again, very solid passing from Stab. They're really doing a great job moving the ball, getting everyone a touch before they fire up a shot. And because of that, they're getting open shots.
There we go. Back door from Cornett. Got him open. And pass into Coleman. Coleman having some difficulty getting a shot off. And Coleman going to get whistled for the foul as well.
Props to Davis Cornett. You said it. He's been seeing that, and he's made the cuts that provide him with some open opportunities to get a shot off. However, Stab's done a great job recovering defensively, and Woodberry, again, has not been able to cash in on their opportunities.
First timeout called by Stab. It's going to be a full timeout here with 3:10 remaining in the third quarter. Woodberry Forest taking one timeout, a 30-second in the first quarter, and that, of course, is Stab's first one. So 38-23 as the game started to get away. Woodberry Forest still trying to stay in it here, down 15. Welcome back here on Woodberry.tv. 38-23, Stab with the advantage. And Deloria with 12 points leading the way, but Parker Morris scoring 8 of his 10 points here in the second half for the Saints.
And I talked about earlier in the quarter how scoring was at a premium. That has gone away in this third quarter. Right now, Stab putting up 14 points, and we're about halfway through the quarter alone. They had 24 in the entire first half. Woodbury's got 7. They had 16 in the entire first half, so both teams starting to catch fire a little bit. However, Woodbury down 15. They've got to play some defense here.
Harrison, top, goes to Tanner. Get it back with Woodson. Parker now. Harrison. They seem content to just throw it around here on the outside.
Yeah, Stab showing a lot of patience here as Morris trying to free up a shot. Stab doing a great job not trying to force anything. They realize they've got the 15-point lead. They don't have to try and push the envelope here.
Lorenzo open, shot too hard. Rebound going off of Lorenzo out of bounds.
And when you're patient, those opportunities come up. Lorenzo did a great job rolling. When the double team went on Morris, he had an opportunity to knock down a shot. Unfortunately for Stab, it rolled off the rim, and now Woodberry with possession.
Yarbrough faking the shot, puts it back into the holster, able to get the pass to Comer. Three-pointer, no good from Neely. Morris pushing the envelope, decides to bring it back out. Takes the three, top of the key, tickles the twine.
String music there from Morris, and we've seen it all game long. This guy is hot right now. He's knocking down everything. And you know what? I really love his game because he backs it up defensively, too. He's an offensive threat, but then he comes right back down the court and plays his butt off defensively. And you got to love that if you're a coach.
Martini to Neely. And Neely responds.
Well, Luke Neely missed his last few three-pointers. He needed one to get his confidence back. And that was a good shot. Beautiful stroke, perfect form. And Woodberry trying to stay in this game, doing everything they can to stay involved in this one.
Under a minute left here in the quarter. 41-26, Saints with the advantage. They're content, I think, with holding for the last shot unless something comes available, and that's Woodson on the drive.
Something came available, all right. Great job by Woodson taking it to the hole. He saw an open opportunity there and just drove it in, drove right past the Woodberry defense and laid it up for two.
Yarborough on the drive to Neely. Comer going down, and we'll get a foul by Woodson. That's only the second foul on Sapp. That's his third.
If I'm Woodberry right now, right before the end of the quarter, I'm trying to get Hunter Etheridge open for a shot. He's our best three-point shooter. He's already made one in this quarter. He hadn't had a lot of opportunities to shoot, so if I'm Woodberry, I'm trying to get him one here.
Nicholson came in. Etheridge with the floater. It's good. 5 points. Harrison, the runner at the buzzer, off the mark.
Solid quarter offensively for Woodberry, but even better from Stab, and we saw it mainly from Parker Morris, who just continues to kill Woodberry from the perimeter.
11 of his 13 points coming in that frame. For Woodberry Forest, 5 points from Hunter Etheridge in the third quarter. Still leading the way, though, is Luke Neely with 9. 5 team fouls for Woodberry Forest and 2 for St. Anne's Belfield.
Coming into this fourth quarter down by 15, you got to think Woodberry's going to try and press a little bit, try and force Stab into some turnovers, because right now they're just playing back. And while that man-to-man usually is effective, Stab has been able to shoot from the outside and been able to poke some holes there. And defensively, Woodberry just hasn't quite been there in the second half.
Eight minutes on the clock. Our fourth and final frame. The Saints up on the Tigers, 43-28. Same group that ended for Stab and Woodberry back out. Harrison on the drive. He gets fouled on the shot. Foul going to be called on Neely. That's his third. Team 6, so free throws the rest of the way for the Saints.
And now this is going to be critical to see if Stab can knock down their free throws. They've made their last 3. If they can continue that trend and go 100% the rest of the way, they're a shoo-in to win this game.
Seven points now for the sophomore. Ball getting into Yarborough. Shot is good, and he's fouled.
Good job by Clark Yarborough fighting down low. They've been trying to go to him this second half, but he had not had an opportunity to get open. He flashed to the post there, was able to get inside, make a move, and draw the foul. The and one is nice too, and now he needs to make this to cut it to a 14-point deficit for the Tigers.
Interesting free throw. Nice play by Martini. Gets it back to Yarborough on the rebound. Neely in the corner for 3. It's good.
Well, there you go. That's a 5-point possession for the Tigers, and it has brought them right back in this game. Exactly what the doctor ordered. Great job by Greer Martini saving the ball before it went out of bounds.
Harrison losing the handle. Woodson picking it back up for him. Nicholson trying to pass out of the triple team, and there's a foul. Oh, no, kickball. Or are they going to, yeah, kickball. And that's going to bring in Deloria, Lorenzo, and Johnson. And that will cause a full timeout by Woodberry. So 6:56, or just under 7 minutes rather, here in the fourth quarter of play.
It'll be interesting to see what Woodberry draws up here offensively. They've been knocking down their last few three-pointers. And Luke Neely's knocked down a pair. Hunter Etheridge knocked down one. He also had a great drive at the end of the third quarter. They're humming a little bit offensively, and right now down 12. They've got to continue that momentum, try and narrow this margin just a little bit to give them a chance to maybe sneak away with a win here.
Remember, stay with us after the game. We'll talk with Coach Dawson, his thoughts on the Tigers after we play a full 32. And perhaps more. Who knows?
You never know. Hey, we saw it last night in the BCS National Championship. No deficit is safe. And even, you know, hey, Woodberry may not have the Heisman Trophy quarterback on their team right now, but they've got a bunch of good shooters and a lot of good players that can drive in and create opportunities for scoring.
Neely over Deloria, no good. A good look and a great job double teaming there by Martini and Yarborough, but Harrison able to dribble out.
You can kind of feel a different sense of urgency from Woodberry. Maybe it's because it's the fourth quarter and they're down by 12, but you know what? They're really getting after it. They're being very ferocious defensively. You saw the nice double team on the press.
Gonna kick ball there. It'll stay with Stab.
And that's a lucky draw for Stab, because that would have been a turnover had they not called the kickball. And they are giving it to Woodberry now.
This is going to take a discussion. That's going to say it with St. Anne's. And the question is, who kicked first? They both kicked it. It's the order. It's the order of which you. Did Woodberry knock it free and then St. Anne's kicked it, or was the knock free on a kick? And the finger roll is going to be good for Lorenzo. Martini driving in, dumps it off. Nice look in the end one. Clark Yarborough.
Well, I was a little bit slow there because I saw Martini cut in and then I saw the ball pop out. And for a second there, I thought he dropped it. It was going to be another Woodberry turnover. However, it was a beautiful pass to Clark Yarborough, little did I know. And he made another fantastic post move, and now he's at the free throw line trying to knock down an M1.
Rims out. Rebound by Deloria.
The key word there, though, was trying. Woodberry's had a trying time today with those free throws, and that's something they definitely want to work on in practice the rest of the week.
Lorenzo backing down, throws a 100-mile-an-hour pass. And Woodson's still kind of wondering what sport he's playing. He said something to Lorenzo. He came over and gave him a high five. All is well with teammates. We did get a jump ball on that one. Next possession will go to the away squad. Martini almost with a handoff to Neely. Will give a handoff to Colmer. Colmer played with early foul trouble in the first half. Didn't get to play much in the opening two frames. Martini able to bring that one in. Backs down, up and under and off the glass.
That's sweet. And you know what? Stab was doing such a great job defensively, not allowing anything. So Greer Martini just said, you know what? I'm going to take it myself and do whatever I can to get some points. And that was just a beautiful scoop and score.
Colmer getting whistled for the foul. That's his 3rd and team 7th. So we'll go to the free throws here for Parker Morris.
And if you're Stab, this is the guy you want on the free throw line. He knocked down 2 beautiful free throws the last time he was there. Let's see if he can knock down 2 more. Stab only up by 10. The lead has been chipped away in this quarter as we're a little bit under 5 minutes to go in the 4th.
That one off the front of the rim, but falling over. Tanner now coming in for Deloria. And Deloria coming to the sideline, making a motion of not being well. As the trainer makes his way over to give a look at the sophomore. Ball getting knocked out of bounds by Parker.
And again, that's one Felix Colmer's got to see coming. Parker Morris was heavily overplaying the passing lane there. Colmer makes a back cut. He has a wide open drive to the rim.
Foul going to be called on Tanner Morris. And I believe that's his 3rd foul. There was a foul that happened earlier that he was involved in the play, and I didn't quite get to see who the foul was called on, so I assigned it to him. And hopefully for the young man, he's only got 2, but I think he's got 3. Pass to Martini near midcourt. Feeds it into Yarbrough, works his way in, is good.
There you go, Clark. That is awesome. That is the 3rd time in this quarter we've seen an and one. Now, though, can he make the free throw? He's missed the other 2. He's got to knock down this one. He's doing a great job offensively, getting the scoring opportunities, but it's cashing in on the extra shot afterwards that he's had trouble with.
It's interesting how he puts that left leg back. And they're going to call that one off of Colmer.
I don't know if Coach Dawson's going to want to see the free throw stats after this game. It's been ugly, to be perfectly honest. Woodberry's got to focus on that.
Woodberry averages 50% on the year, 53% to be exact on the year. A lot of dribbling, going to give it to Harrison. A 10-point lead. Harrison for the 3. It's good.
That's a dagger. That really hurts if you're Woodberry. They've had chances to get closer, but so far the closest they've been able to get is 10. And you know what? Clutch shooting from Stab. That was a fantastic shot to expand their lead to 13.
Got a chance to watch Jalen Harrison play 2 years in the public school side before transferring this past summer to St. Anne's. And that 3-point shot was not in his game before. I've seen him knock it down a few times. That's his first one here tonight with 10 points. He played a little bit more point forward. Played the high post game.
Well, it's always good to see players working on the areas that they're weak in basketball. I mean, you see players all the time. Luke Neely, for example, was an okay three-point shooter last year, but this year he's definitely expanded on his accuracy, knocked down a few in this game. He's made a few in other games this season. He's really kind of become a threat from the outside, whereas last year he really wasn't that big of a scoring weapon there from three-point range.
And, of course, the big thing with Harrison is Yarbrough trying again to see if he can draw some contact, and instead he'll cause the contact on the rebound for his first foul. The big thing with Harrison, he's ranked #1 outfielder. in Virginia and has already early committed to University of Virginia.
Wow.
To play some baseball. So Sam Lorenzo goes to the line. He has 2 points. They came in the second half. And he misses his first of the 1-1. Won't get a second. Comer coming down. Ball gets poked free by Morris. He'll lead the break. Drops it off to Harris, and he puts it off the glass and in.
That was sweet. Absolutely fantastic little 10-second situation there by Parker Morris. He tipped the ball away, made a beautiful behind-the-back pass, and you know what? He's been my player of the game so far, easily for Stab. An absolute weapon both offensively and defensively.
You know, we came in, of course, here the layup for Etheridge, able to find the seam. This will be a 30-second timeout here called by Coach Dawson. That's his last 30-second. We came in, we thought we'd see a lot from Javin Deloria. He scored early and often. But he's right now with only 12 points, 3 in the second half. His 9 points in the first half were rather early as well, too. So definitely not the two sophomore matchup that we anticipated.
Right.
Coming in. Of course, we definitely hope with Sasha that comes out better than it's looking right now as he's on crutches.
Yeah, and Woodberry right now is a depleted team. If you remember back in the college football season, and by the way, I'm really sad college football is over, so I'm going to make a lot of references about it for the next few weeks. But Georgia, for an example, was a very depleted team, and that hurt them down the stretch. They lost to Missouri, had a very tight game against Florida, didn't look good down the stretch. And you're seeing that from Woodberry. Josh Stewart, one of their leaders, is out. Sasha, one of their big scoring threats, is out. And that hurts.
Tanner Morris makes it from the short corner. Gives him 8 points. Austin's shot gets rejected by Tanner into the hands of Parker. Parker, a little hesitation, dribbles all through the key and then decides to pull it back out. Finger roll will be good for Kareem Johnson. He has 7 now.
You've got to give credit to the Stab coaching staff because in the second half, they made the adjustments they needed to, and they've had a lot more offensive success driving into the lane, making some cuts.
And a nice dump off there from Comer, finishing Yarborough. Morris no-look pass gets stolen by Etheridge, and he tried to throw it off of, I believe he tried to throw it off of Morris out of bounds. Instead, Morris able to catch it. It's going to be a foul here on Greer Martini, his third. That'll be the team 10th foul, so now we'll be shooting 2. First one is good. Capel, Coleman coming in, as well as Hawk Swearingen. Or is that Davis Cornett?
No, that's Swearingen. Swearingen checking in.
It's hard to see if the 0 or the 2. Oh, I see Davis here sitting in front of us.
Hawk's another guy that can knock it down from deep. He hadn't had a lot of opportunities today, but he's knocked down a few big three-pointers so far this year for the Tigers.
The Stab lead stretches to 60-43 now. Swearingen, the dump out. Coleman's three-pointer off the back of the rim, rebound by Comer. He puts it back off the glass and in. This up and down pace has been beneficial to Woodberry's offense, but it has also been beneficial to Stab's offense.
Yeah, and you've got to credit Stab. They have not had any issues trying to break the Woodberry press. They've just been doing it flawlessly, and that's mainly because Parker Morris has been handling the ball just beautifully. And you know what? Stab has done everything they can to try and win this game. They played a pretty good game so far. and now they just have to close it out by making their free throws.
Jalen's first one off the mark. Banks Hagood coming in now. Looks like here with just over a minute left, trying to get everyone some game action. Swearingen, Coleman. Austin from just outside the elbow. Coleman gonna put it back up, too hard. Coleman getting the rebound and knocking it off of Lorenzo.
Nice heady play there by Lester Coleman. They've been doing a great job, Woodberry has, rebounding this half. However, they just haven't gotten the stops necessary.
Three-pointer short from Capel. Rebound for Lorenzo. And Johnson gonna bring it across. Remember to stay with us after the game. We'll talk with Coach Dawson to get his thoughts coming out of this one. And Gray, what did you think here as we're under 30 seconds now?
Well, you know what we saw from Woodberry, they were going to do whatever it took to get to the post, as we see a foul on the floor from Austin. Woodberry was going to do whatever they could to try and get to the post, even without Sasha Kalea-Jones, and they had some success. Lester Coleman doing a great job down low, Luke Neely getting some layups inside, and Clark Yarbrough knocking down a bunch of big shots in the second half. However, what they're really missing, they're really missing that complete game. They played very well defensively in the first half, but then the defense got a little bit rough in the second half. The offense was having issues in the first half, and then they picked it up in the second half. So it's all about playing that complete game, finding that balance, and that's the one thing I think Coach Dawson's going to be looking for going forward. That and free throw shooting, because the free throw shooting was atrocious today, and that has to be addressed.
You know, it's difficult when you have an injury that happens, especially the day before the game.
Oh, yeah.
Morris going to get this one. They'll hold it out as we're nearing zeros across the clock. Your final score, the Saints come in for a big prep league game here and win 61-45. Woodbury Forest falling on the year to 3-6. St. Anne's improving to 9-2. For Gray Robertson, I'm Brian Rothwell. Thanks so much for joining us here on Woodberry.tv.
Joined now with Coach Dawson. And Coach, that's a tough one here, falling to St. Anne's. What are your thoughts coming out?
You know, coming out, not having our leading scorer and second leading rebounding today, we knew we were going to have guys step up, and we still felt good about what we were trying to do. We knew we'd have to take care of the ball and chase those guys off screens, and I think they did a good job of running our guys off of them. But I think tonight just too many unforced turnovers. Being able to hand them the ball that much and giving them more and more opportunities is what really hurt us.
You guys fall down 11-0 early on, but able to climb back in thanks to some bench play. Can you talk a little bit about Neely coming off the bench, getting your first 6 points, and what did that do for your team?
It was a big lift. We've been kind of getting on Luke about shooting the ball and scoring the ball. We know that's what he does first. He's capable of doing that every night for us, so we definitely need that from him, and we needed it tonight, and he was able to step up to the challenge.
What do you think you need to work on coming out, trying to improve here?
Making sure we're throwing it to the right color jersey, number one. And that's probably easier said than done sometimes. Just getting the guys to relax, and it's still early in conference play, so if we can clean up some of the turnovers and not get off the slow starts, I think we'll be okay.
All right. We look forward to the next game.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks so much for watching here on Woodberry.tv. Have a great evening, everyone.